Soft skills. Is that actually a thing? If there are soft skills, does that mean there are hard skills? The answer to both of these questions is yes. Soft skills is a term that encompasses many skills within a social domain. These skills include communication, public speaking, monitoring body language, and much, much more. So if those are soft skills, what are hard skills? Hard skills are skills that do not include other people, but rather your ability to do or a mastery of a specific kind of task. For example, the ability to write code for a website is a hard skill, while the ability to promote that website to others falls as a soft skill. The importance in these skills most people directly relate to their careers. While a hard skill is usually necessary to get a job you're looking for, soft skills allow you to operate at a much higher level while doing the job. Additionally, the average person switches careers 5 to 7 times during their lives. That said, a more transitional skill would be soft skills. This is because while new jobs may require new hard skills, every job requires good soft skills. Now that we've established their importance, it's possible you're saying to yourself, well, I'm just not a people person. Don't worry, all hope is not lost. These are skills, which means they can be developed. With all that said, today I'd like to share with you 5 tips to improve your soft skills. Number 1, listen. Many times, when we encounter people, we approach conversations with them as formalities. The typical, hey, how are yous, or nice weather conversations excluded, it's better for people to perceive you to be an engaged listener. Well, how do we do this? I get it. There are times when you just don't care what they have to say. It starts with convincing yourself to approach this interaction a certain way. Approach with the mindset that it's possible the person talking to you knows something that you don't. How much more engaged in the conversation would you be if you truly believed the person you were speaking with was about to drop an awesome fact bomb on you? Extra pro tip, let the speaker finish their thoughts without interruption. You can show them engagement by nodding your head, which shows that you're following along with what they're saying. This leads me into our second tip, monitoring your body language. Picture this. You're sharing with a friend something you find important or awesome, only to see that they're not even looking at you. What if they're staring at the ceiling or looking at their phones? You would probably feel disrespected. It's a good idea to make sure you avoid doing this as well. A good rule of thumb is to look people in their eyes when they're speaking. Not like some unblinking psycho, but as if you care about the person and what they have to say. Additionally, check your posture. While your eyes typically hold the keys for what you tell people you find important, your body posture is almost as important. Think about it like this. We've all had at least one class in school that we enjoyed and found engaging. How was your posture when in that class? I know for me, in my history classes, I was always upright and never slouched over. Alternatively, while in chemistry, I was typically hunched over and could many times be found sleeping. Force your eyes and body to engage with people so you don't look like me in chemistry class. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Tip number 3, be solution-oriented and stop complaining. No one likes a whiner, and while that sounds harsh, it's completely true. Complaining gives off a negative energy, and while you may have legitimate points to complain about, no one wants to give off negative energy exclusively. Be solution-oriented, especially in the workplace. Generally, people enjoy problem solvers. Obviously, bosses love them. You make their job way easier, and they'll begin to see you as capable. There are times in social relationships when it's just time to listen. Sometimes, people come to you not for advice, but to be consoled. In these instances, refer to the first point, and don't be a perpetual complainer. Shut up and listen. Most times they don't need your advice, they need your emotional support. Tip number 4, think critically. When people begin to see you as a problem solver, you'll notice that they will eventually be interested in your ideas. When preparing ideas that you may want to share, it's important that you analyze them first to the best of your ability. Break them down to a foundational level. It's here where you'll be able to see if they hold any water or if they have any holes. When you deliver these ideas to people, it's normal for them to see if they hold true. That said, massively important you put those ideas through the ringer, because people will view your propositions in a way you won't expect. Tip number 5, and arguably the most important factor for developing your soft skills: the ability to articulate. To understand this, I want you to think about conversations like the channel between two bodies of water. Each body of water represents the person and their depth of understanding. Channel represents your ability to articulate and relay the information from one body of water to another. Someone without the ability to articulate their ideas would have a very thin channel from them to the next person. On the other hand, someone with the skill of articulation would have a much wider channel, which allows for the water or information to flow more freely to the other person. Well, how do you become more articulate? Well, there are several things to consider when trying to develop this skill. First, you need to know more about the topic than you are trying to communicate. If you're trying to relay something at the same level of your own understanding, you'll feel like you're bumping your head against the ceiling. Give yourself some room to explain the answers to questions that people may have. Another important thing to become more articulate is to be aware of your audience. For example, if I'm speaking to a child, I should not be using words they don't understand. The message will obviously be lost on them. As it stands for other adults, their experience and understanding may be capped by their subjective life experiences or their limited education on a specific topic. One way to bridge the gap between others is utilizing stories and analogies in your presentations. These can be crucial to help paint pictures for relaying important bits of information. All of these things can help you develop your soft skills, which can be used for personal growth as well as professional growth. I hope you found these tips helpful and can practice actively executing these in all of your interactions going forward. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Also, comment down below any helpful tips you think I may have excluded. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.